I knew I was gonna become a fighter, a champion, and I've been boxing my whole life, so it's like, you know, I gave my whole life to it, so it just was always gonna happen.
He's a good-looking kid. He's got fast hands. Obviously, a lot is expected. Over 200 amateur wins. He's one of these guys with 1 million Instagram followers, so he's popular.
Oh, and a left hand! Sits up, take it down! Flat on his back! It's over! Ryan Garcia! There is a new tank in the 135-pound division!
1 round, he's out! This kid is a superstar!
Ryan Garcia figured out the system at an early age.
Growing up, for me, I mean, it was just only consisted of boxing. That's all I really remember. My first ever boxing memory was I was in the garage with my uncle and we were hitting the mitts. He just started testing out if I was good or not. That's what I remember a little bit of my childhood, was fighting my uncle and thinking I was good if I hit him. Because he was hard to hit, he knew how to fight a little bit, so.
I remember discovering Ryan Garcia through social media, through Instagram. I discovered him, I saw his videos. He was still an amateur fighter. I sent him a DM on Instagram and we hit it off.
He said, "Dad, Mom, look at Oscar De La Hoya."
That was a great moment in my life. I was young, I was 17. And him commenting on my page, I was like, oh, dang, that's fire. Like, cause I watched him growing up and I was excited on his fights and it was just somebody that I kind of admired growing up. So I was really excited as a kid and thinking to myself, oh, like I want to sign with him or I want to show him like I could fight. Like,
when Oscar was DMing Ryan, messaging him, Ryan would run up to me and says, "Hey, Dad, look who's writing to me." I'm like, "Who?" And he goes, "Oscar De La Hoya." I said, "What does he ask you?" He goes, "Hey," he doesn't really say much, Dad, but he says, "Hey, I like your jab. I like how you approach people. I like your style." I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I hope it's him, because if it is, hey, you got your first promoter right here.
He probably knew or heard of Ryan's name out in the circuit in the amateurs because Ryan was competing at the national levels. But I think Ryan's posting and he probably did see a few things about who is this kid getting all this traction, all this attention, and he's not even a world champion, you know?
What hard work does is it gives you opportunities. I'm happy to announce today that we finalized a Golden Boy contract for you. And you'll be fighting December 17th at the Forum.
I was just one of those guys that kind of always looked to push the envelope on everything I do. So when it came to social media, I just wanted to get really good at it and just figure it out. And it just evolved into bringing it into my boxing, and then I seen, okay, well, I could probably use this to gain more attraction to my fighting. You wanna take advantage of what's out there right now. Social media is how people find out about things. This is what you should do to put your name out there.
That was classic, Ryan. Can't touch this, can't touch this. That's badass.
Hey. Eso. Jab and feints. Eso.
Tiempo.
When I first spoke to Ryan Garcia and his family, his mom and his father, we have similar stories. I grew up in East LA, humble beginnings. He grew up the same way, humble beginnings. When he was talking to me about sleeping back of a car in the back seat because they had no home, it reminded me of me growing up and having to work hard, having to sacrifice a lot to become a contender, to become a world champion, to become a gold medalist. And Ryan Garcia's on that same path.
I know that I want to be the best, but I think it fulfills me more when I could impact others and inspire them through what I've learned through boxing, life, and what comes with the fame, the money, but also just the journey of trying to be the best, chasing greatness, going to dark places in your mind and, pushing your body to limits where you didn't think you could.
We are live in downtown Dallas, Texas, the American Airlines Center, and it is now time for our main event of the evening. It's our tale of the tape. Ryan Garcia, 22 years old. He's on a rocket ship to superstardom.
And the set upstairs, Ryan Garcia has the following and star power to transform boxing audiences in a way just a handful of fighters have done in recent decades. But he has to prove he can fight. Luke Campbell be that first test.
Coming out a little bit aggressive. Coming at Luke Campbell. Sharp jab to the belly. I love what I'm seeing. I love this start by the young Ryan Garcia.
First thing to watch with Campbell is how effective that jab is. Throws about 30 jabs per round.
Oh, left hand sends the kid down.
And that's what he was setting him up for. Luke was looking for that overhand left. See what this kid's made of.
An absolute stunner. And look at the face of Campbell as if to say, you wanted me, I'm here, you got me.
Luke Campbell winning some close rounds. Right now, Ryan Garcia is in control. You can see the way his body language is reacting, coming forward with overstep.
Body shot, and he goes down, and now Campbell is down on a knee. He's asking questions. He's asking, do I want to get up? Can I get up? It is over! Ryan Garcia!
He took a hit, he went down, he fought like a champion, and he knocked out a fighter that has faced top competition and has never been knocked out before.
After that Campbell fight, it all came, crashing down on me at once. I was handling a lot of stuff outside the ring. There was so much torment in my mind. Like, I really wanted just things to end, honestly.
I think to get to that point that you say, I can't do this, you had to have hit rock bottom.
And he's not smiling the way he normally does, then there's a problem here. And it turned out to be a big problem.